just lazing around in this area, and the barbecue area, and it doesn't really matter what time of the day or night, it just looks good all the time, and it's very restful and it's peaceful in a mad part of the world.
This is very nice design, Georgina. What were you trying to achieve?
There was really to be an emphasis on foliage over flower, which was really important. The client didn't want lots of roses and box edge. That was definitely a no-no. When you look at the house and consider the colours and the sense of art.
So old sort of red Melbourne bricks. It's got a sort of a quaint old-fashioned feel.
Yeah, it does. And it's quite unique, and it needed to have a unique garden.
Yep, yep.
And I looked at the colours on the doors and so that sort of pale grey green.
Yeah.
And so I thought we'd pick that up with the festuca and the echevera and so forth.
It's very muted, relaxing sort of colours. You just feel like you just want to sort of wander over here, maybe with a book or something, and
yep, that's exactly the whole point.
just
That's right.
let the world
Just drift on by.
There's bits to this that probably a lot of people would sort of lean their head to one side and look a little bit sideways at. Hydrangeas that are going brown.
Well, I think we've got rusty bits of fence and things like that, unpainted. People come and say, when are you going to paint the fence? So I like that sort of thing. I don't really want it to be perfect and to have beautiful white hydrangeas. It's nice to have something a little bit different.
Galvanised iron and rust.
I love rust. I've always loved rust.
Yeah, they do.
I just think it's fantastic. I mean, some clients would say, I've got to pay that for rust.
Yeah.
Like they don't quite understand that concept.
But there's hints of rust here in the grass.
Yeah, I mean, the sunlight on this Caraxestaceae is just amazing.
Yep.
And the browns, and then you see these sedum, the sedum autumn joy. When it's just flowered, it's red, which matches the back of the wall.
Yep.
And now as it ages off to the rusty brown, it matches the rust colours.
This is rat cunning.
This is great. And
They're
don't you think
lights.
this is a stunning idea? Like,
Fabulous.
often it's really hard to light a barbecue.
Because you finish up working in your shadow
Yeah,
unless
exactly.
you have at
That's
least
exactly
two lights.
right. Yeah. And so I think this is great.
Oh, yeah.
And
So
it's
put a
right
porta
above
flood
the
up there.
workspace.
3 of these, which gives you lights from both sides and above, and a bit more of a wash from
that's
that.
utility lighting if you need it for extra lighting. But this is just great. And the point of this vegetable garden is that it's informal and it's all supposed to spill over. And, you know, if you're cooking, you've got some thyme and oregano and chives, some celery here for the chicken soup.
An ornamental chard, which is what they call the various coloured forms of silver beet, which, by the way, tragically, when you cook them up, they lose the colour, but they look great in the
They
garden.
look fantastic.
And some of those, we've often talked about on the show, but some of the perfumed leaf geraniums, that one being the peppermint one.
Oh, it's amazing. Gosh.
That's actually better than peppermint if you grow
isn't that
the
amazing?
true mint itself. It's absolutely glorious.
It's just fantastic.
And the thing is, this is how you do it. So that you're staggering around here to the Barbie. As you go, I won't do it, but,
No,
but as you go past,
yeah, exactly.
you accidentally tread on this, and when you do, the whole place is perfumed.
Yeah, that's right.
And it will perfume pretty much a whole backyard.
Oh, yeah.
Great. I suppose you'd sort of call this a country garden. Typical of most of those is that you've got lots of fruiting things, whether it's your olives or your citrus or whatever. There's food plants all the way around.
And the point is, I think those sorts of fruit plants can work well with ornamentals.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't think that. They think to put them in a square and shove them behind, you know, one corner of the garden, whereas we're standing right in the middle of this sort of harvest, which I think is great.
And I can't let you escape, Bill, without just pointing out, Bill, who you are. Obviously involved in such things as ARIA awards of your own, and even compiled a recent CD with Pete Smith from Channel 9.
That's right, and Barry Humphries also.
Yeah. It is a lovely garden. I think you're lucky to have a work of art like this created by Georgina. She's very talented. Yeah.
Yeah, we agree.
And I still wonder how many people out there are saying, rust?